Y'all should turn this one up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this right here for the big, beautiful, and sexy. You know what I'm talking about? Yo, G, where you at? We make them feel it like. No. Little something for your Jeeps. Yeah, y'all already know what it is. Jasper, he's singing for him. Here we go.
I got a whole tank of gas off in my car. I'm 85 south, heading where you are. Oh, baby, please tell me what you're wearing. Whatever, I know it looks good on you. It's Friday night and I just got paid. I know you're tired cause you had to work late, but I got a surprise for you, baby. See what I'm trying to say is I'm on my way home. It's me, babe. Let me in. I got a whole lot of love to give. Oh, my baby. Oh, it's me, babe. Let me in. I got a whole lot of love to give. Ooh, girl, is there anything that you need? You got the wine, girl, and I got the trees. It feels like it's taking me forever. I can't wait till I'm there, girl. Just thinking about it got me doing 90, baby. I'm breaking the law to get it, lady. Hey, just get the thing ready. Cause what I'm trying to say is I'm on my way. On my way. It's me, babe. Let me in. I got a whole lot of love to give. Oh, my baby, my baby. It's me, babe. Let me in. I got a whole lot of love to give. Oh, say it, baby. Won't you say it, darling? Oh, don't you love me, baby? Don't you love me, darling? Oh, say it, baby. Say you really love me. What's my name, baby? Oh, baby. I'm on my way, babe. On my way. It's me, babe. Let me in. I got a whole lot of love to give. Oh, baby. Oh, my baby. Come on, baby. It's me, babe. Let me in. I got a whole lot of love to give. I'm on the freeway, baby. Changing lanes like crazy to get to you, baby. Till the cops come knocking, baby. I'm coming for you, baby. Oh, to put it on your face. Hear me calling, it's me, baby. It's me. What's my name? What's my name? It's G. It's G, baby. It's G. It's me, baby. I got a whole lot of love to give.
All right, let me just start this off by saying this that I have come to a place where I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I absolutely hate well, I don't want to say I hate. Okay, let's not do that. I don't like Jehovah Witnesses that stalk people, right? I don't like that. I don't have anything against a Jehovah's Witness. If you're a Jehovah Witness and you're not bothering me, you're good. Okay. Now, I personally do not get along with Jehovah, whoever that is. And I want to drift back to the discussion about something that I was kind of touching on a couple of days ago. Many Black people, and trust me, I've been around enough of them to know, they take things at face value. And see, this is where the evil of religion kicks in, right? The evil of religion kicks in to where it dumbs them down. Now, Jehovah's Witnesses are factually in a cult, right? Hey, Stevan. Well, the thing of it is that largely what drives a lot of religious people is their perverted sex drive, which makes them really, to me, fugazi. But that's exactly what it says in their Bible. The Bible speaks about rape and torture and child murder and the murdering of people. So it doesn't surprise me, but that's what they are. They are perverted. However, I actually was raised like Christian Baptist, which isn't that big of a deal. My man is Christian, and he doesn't act like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think that it really depends on how deep their religious abuse goes. Okay. A lot of people that have had religious abuse walk away and they don't look back and they live very healthy lives. So I'm not even saying that. But I think that when you are, first of all, religion is man made. Okay. Let's keep it real. Jehovah is a spirit of a man. He is a man. He's not God. Jehovah is not God. That's a fact. Let's get that out of the way. Okay. Seriously. What I want to drift back to though, okay? Black people. They look at other melanated people, especially somebody like me. Okay, I have a Kansas City accent. I listen to rap music. I am very urban centric. However, they're so dumbed down by their religion that they don't even realize what it means to have a soul resonance. They don't understand anything about that, right? They don't. So, for example, like several years back, and they do stalk black women, ethnic women, melanated women in social media because several years back I kept having these black guys come to my chat room saying that I am a Hebrew Israelite. I can assure you that I am not a Hebrew Israelite. I don't know what that is and I don't care. Trust me. Hey, let me tell you something. Not I would ever need nor would I welcome or be open to coming to social media to find out who the fuck I am. I knew who I was before I came to social media. So I don't play around with that shit. Social media is not going to create nor pervert who I am, right? You'd have to be a weak person to do that, right? So I'm not going to do that. But I will tell you that when you look at my entire picture, it would be more so Mesopotamian, Mediterranean would be my soul resonance. And then my experiences as a spiritual being are not limited to, let's say, what my ancestors went through, which is the Trail of Tears. My history goes back further than that. And so, why in this lifetime, being that basically my ancestors wrote the fucking Constitution, basically, right? Right. That's a fact. That's why we have constitutional rights in the United States. I'm not going to limit my entire life to, let's say, debating about religion. or let's say my entire identity is not even like, even though I know that my ancestors do have connection with the Trail of Tears, right? uh is that going to define or be a problem for my life? No. In fact, every single struggle that you go through should hopefully be a strength and not a weakness, right? So I don't look at stuff like that. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I don't respect people who do cults. I don't respect people that follow. I don't respect people that don't have their own ideas. I really don't like the religion of Jehovah Witnessing. I don't like it. Okay. I actually have a history of ritual abuse. My mother took me to some Jehovah's Witnesses that abused me in their home when I was a little kid. Okay. I don't like Jehovah's. I don't like it. Do I have something against all Jehovah Witnesses? No, I am a very open-minded person. I realize that everybody under the same religion does not behave the same way. However, what I have noticed and I mean, there is literally a red alert that has already been raised about Jehovah's Witnesses. And they're, guess what? Stalking. Guess what the next thing is? Sexual abuse of children. Jehovah's Witnesses. So, I don't know what to tell you, but this is what I wanted to say. I am a witch. I am not a follower, nor am I stupid, nor do I think that sacrificing yourself, I don't do the whole blood of Jesus thing either. I don't do any of that. And I'm not degrading anybody that does. All I know is that if you are a danger to me and my well-being, and if you are a danger to my loved ones, and if you are a danger to my family, the first thing that I just want you to be is in the ground. That's where I don't listen. I understand that in the Bible, Jesus said, love thy neighbor. But you know what? All of your fucking neighbors are not deserving of love. They're not deserving of your love. Basically, the way I look at religion is just like this open invitation to where you can be besieged by this complete fucking stranger who you're supposed to bend over backwards for. And I just don't like it. So, I am very well connected to Mesopotamian goddesses and gods who can be very dangerous. They can be very dangerous. I do not like it when they try to normalize the behavior by using some kind of mind control technique. I do not like it whatsoever. I'm letting people know that my spirits are out for blood. You're not going to give me grief ever. And that it seems like that's what they're trying to do because they hate their lives and apparently their religion does them no good. I don't like that. And the dude that is stalking me factually was raised a Jehovah's Witness. Now, I was raised Christian Baptist, like I said, okay? And, so this time of the year, because my grandmother was Christian, she was into astrology. My grandmother was in the Eastern Star, okay? She dropped out uh, and became a born again Christian. Okay. She was still into astrology, but she became a born again Christian. Okay. And that's the story. However, her mother was a witch. We all knew that, you know. My grandmother's mother was a witch. So it's in my family generations. And so, you know, it just is what it is. But, you know, I'm not used to that type of behavior. You know, I've been in the home of a Jehovah's Witness and they are very abusive. Okay. They are very abusive to their children. In fact, when I was and you know what, guys? Do you know that the lady that abused me, I hope that she rests in peace. I'm not going to wish bad on her because I went to school with her daughter. So I'm not going to say anything negative about that lady. But do y'all know that the lady who abused me in her home when I was a child passed away this year? This year on my son's birthday. Go figure. Like, really? Like, she literally passed away on my son's birthday. Like, that's pretty eerie, you know. But I mean, I don't have, you know, I'm not saying that I hate that lady or whatever. Like, she really was a messed up individual. But for me, I refuse to allow any abuser, like people that have been abused as children that go on to be abusers. Like, that's crazy because, like, you don't even realize that there have been people, like, you're lucky to even still be here to make a better choice in your life than to be abusive to people. I choose to be in a loving spirit. And what is a part of my loving spirit is justice. I believe that if you even disturb a person's peace, especially if you've been doing it for 13 years, I feel that if you have been stalking anybody for 13 years, malignantly stalking somebody for 13 years, I believe that you deserve to die. And you know, a lot of people don't think that. And you know what? Fuck you if you don't believe, if you don't agree with me, fuck you. That's how I feel about the situation. Because a lot of people are sick in the head. Like, it's a lot of perverted people in the world. It's a lot of disgusting people in this world. It really is. And so, you know, and these Jehovah's Witnesses are so sick and disgusting that we've heard them talk about some of the most disgusting, vile things, such as snuff films and shit like that. High Priestess Jamila would never watch a snuff film ever. I would never look at anything like that. But there's a lot of these sick people who are tied to Jehovah's Witnessing in social media, looking at a disgusting male stalking a woman as entertainment. They look at it as entertainment. They're entertained by it. And you know what the irony of it is? Is that they're supposed to be worshiping the Son of God. And these people, like, I'm sorry, you're not making your group look good, hon. You're not, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Okay. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I'm going to always have my dark spirits invoked. Right? He does know better. Stefan, yeah, he does. He does. He knows better. Okay. It's just that when you have enablers that don't hold you up to any standard, but you would think that you would think that a person as a man would be embarrassed by that type of behavior. You know, you would think because I'm there's you ain't about to catch me nowhere stalking nobody nowhere to begin with, unless it's my dude and I'm trailing his ass because I'm you know maybe possibly thinking he cheating on me or something. But and that ain't gonna be for too long. You're never gonna find me doing that crap, never. But what I will say is that I want every last malignant stalker of mine who, if you're stalking my family, if you're stalking my children, if you're stalking my grandchildren, if you're stalking my family members, I want you to die. And I'm going to continue to ask my gods to smite you. And you know what? Apparently, you must be scared. Apparently, there must be some fear there. And I'm not understanding why you don't understand that you're wrong, and that I, my family, my loved ones have the right to enjoy the quiet enjoyment of our homes. Keep in mind, guys, like, literally, these people deserve death. They deserve the goddamn death penalty, right? Imagine this: paying thousands of dollars a month to live in your house. Like, literally, when I lived in my house on Cumberland, I lived there from 2020 until 2024. Imagine paying rent, paying full rent, paying 1,200, 1,800 of fucking dollars a month to live somewhere, and you don't get peace in your fucking home. They owe me. You owe me. I literally couldn't even enjoy the quiet enjoyment of my own house because I was constantly being harassed and stalked. Like, what do you think that this is? Do you really honestly think that Jehovah or Yahweh is going to be able to protect you? I'm sorry, but the universe is feminine, and guess what? God is also a woman. God is a woman, and God is not none of them sick, weak minded females that say, "Oh my God, I don't want you to say anything about me because you're going to hurt my feelings. And I'm going to just sit up here and, you know, fall into a death trap because I'm too weak to stand up to you." No, no, see, that's not, no, that's not God. See, God is a woman, and God wants peace upon the earth and justice and fairness. And so, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But all I know is that the dude is still stalking me. I think that religion does, in some cases, create mental fucking illnesses, and that's what we're dealing with. Somebody very mentally ill. His mother raised him to be a Jehovah's Witness, apparently. There's a bunch of idiotic trolls on the internet that kind of look at it as entertainment, and you're just going to entertain yourself into your casket. Now, you wanted a reading? There it is. There's your reading. Keep digging your own graves. And it is very ignorant to think, oh, this is just a black person. Wow. It's just a black person. So you're just going to continuously stalk somebody like that and be disrespectful, because trust me, I don't, there's certain people to where their respect is not important to me. This dude respecting me, I don't give a damn if this dude respects me. This is a damn loser. It's a low life that needs to go to prison. Okay. So the last thing I give a damn about is he's disrespecting me. But it's just the point of the years and years of, hold on. Is this, It's been the years and years of disrespect simply based upon being black. And this black male thinking, oh, it's okay to disrespect a black woman because I don't respect my mother. Because my mother didn't let me play with a little red toy truck on Christmas my whole life. So I'm going to become a child predator on the internet. Right. It just is sick. That's one of the reasons why I don't like religion, because religion can really, really fuck people up. And he's not going to fuck me up. I can promise you. And I don't have to keep candles lit. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing. That's not what we're doing, hun. No, we don't do that. Okay. Going to get it together. And I don't get along with Jehovah at all, or Yahweh. I don't get along with Jehovah or Yahweh, and I don't have to necessarily. Yahweh don't even bother me. Neither one of those deities bother me. Neither one of them, you know? But I think people need to be aware and be warned. Be aware and be warned. Everybody ain't just black. And that's what they look at you like. Do people really understand what I'm saying when I say that? Black people have low standards for themselves, and they come in social media and don't know how to behave. And so they look at somebody that has an ethnic look, and they assume that person is black. Just like a lot of black people, if you are a person that looks white, they're going to say you're white or European. When we have Arabic people, we have Palestinian people, there are Italians, so everybody isn't European either, but black people do that. And yeah, I will tell you, like I've got a certain percentage of black in me. Hell, fuck yeah. I can promise you that as another person that formerly used to call myself black, I'm Native American. But it's a lot of ignorant ass black people in this world, and we don't allow them to define us. Nobody allows an ignorant black person to define them. That doesn't make me a racist to say that. How can I be racist? I have African ancestry. I'm just being honest with what we're dealing with here. And since a lot of black people have no sense of identity of their own, and especially when they fucking around with people in the fucking spiritual community. That's just like, let's put the shoe on the other foot. Let's say you got a person that's white, right? They're seemingly white, and you can say, "Oh, that's a white person," and blah blah blah, and da 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 da, but you don't know that white person could have roots in Africa. That white person could be Mesopotamian. That could be a Mediterranean. That could be some, like, what the fuck you call that, Albanian or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop being ignorant. And you don't know who that's why you should not bother strangers. And you're not getting past my protection. I can guarantee you that you try to trespass on me and anybody, that any descendant of my grandmother Lena Briscoe, there is knives and lemon juice waiting for you. Many, many, many sharp samurai swords waiting for you. Arrows that you cannot stop, even poison arrows. What are you doing? Especially when people are not bothering you. Nobody's bothering you. What is it bothering you that people are happy? Well, take your miserable ass off of social media. And then when they get to dropping off like flies, people want to look at me like I'm the bad person. Like, excuse me, like, you don't know this person. This person could cause the death of many innocent fucking people. You never know who else they do that shit to. I'm really hoping that there is no other innocent family that's under attack that doesn't have the knowledge and the fucking shit that I got. Because I can fucking promise you, I'm like the goddamn Energizer fucking bunny. I am the Black Uma Thurman of Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. I am the Black Gina Davis from The Long Kiss Goodnight. And I think it's also because of the way I look, people assume that they can just run all over and do whatever you want to do. You have no idea how many spirits came into this world with me. You don't know what's attached to people. Like, okay, I don't keep spirits attached to me that would do me harm. If it's a spirit if it's a spirit attachment that's doing me harm, I done banished that shit. But my warriors, they gonna stay right by me. And you can't send nothing back to me. Stefan, you ever hear dumbasses doing stupid shit? And then they'll say, I'm gonna do a return to sender and it's gonna backfire. You sound stupid. I'm not coming towards you. You keep trying to come towards me. This is stupid. You keep trying to come towards me and mine. Why? You already know that I'm going to destroy you. You already know that. You already know that in real time. In real time, you're just acting. You're able to somehow disconnect from the pain that is caused to you. And just because you think that it proves that you big and bad, a lot of them think, well, I'm just going to say her name and, or I'm going to talk shit. The talking shit means nothing. You're acting. You're acting. I can guarantee you, I ain't even gonna bother my cards with it or my spirits with it, but I don't even have to throw my cards to know that you are suffering because of your own doing. Everything that you try to throw, anything that anybody tries to throw at me and mine, that's how I know if a problem arises, it's something that I have to fix internally with my people, because everything you try to fucking throw at me immediately goes back to you immediately. And then I'm not understanding this shit in social media and then calling people. What the fuck is that gonna fucking do? What, you trying to do some Haitian voodoo or something? Are you fucking kidding me? I believe that my grandmother's mother might have been Haitian. She's already put protection around her bloodline. Why you think my grandmother was able to have several children? Why do you think I have such a big fucking family? Why do you think my family is so fucking prosperous? Are you fucking stupid? And then we'll play victim. Oh, I can't believe that happened. Oh my God, we gotta go get her. No, what you need to do is go and fucking have several fucking seats before you get fucked up. When it comes to my family, my people, trust me, I'm not one of those people that even has to attack my family. It's a lot of love in my family. Okay, that's how we were raised. We were not raised to hate each other. Okay, my grandmother was definitely not a narcissist. So there was no dysfunction when my grandmother was bringing us up. She made sure that people in her family was good with each other. So it ain't none of that dumb shit going on. And see, the reason why they got to keep running their mouth is because there's no guarantees for them. They're down a slippery slope. The reason why I can sit over here and not say a fucking thing to you is because I am sure that eventually You're going to drown in that quicksand and never be seen again. And I think that it's sad when people are so ignorant that, to the point where it's like, I'm sorry, you just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? That too, Stefan. But then also another thing is that there's a lot of people that play around with black magic and they end up possessed. They end up possessed. Is what ends up happening ultimately. I believe one of the hats that I wear is a sage, right? So I can self cleanse myself, right? Which is why I'm able to cleanse others. And I'm not a controlling person. I'm too highly evolved. I'm telling you for your own good to stop coming at me. For your own good. I don't feel embarrassed or ashamed at all for anything. I, so if you don't feel embarrassed or ashamed, they're going to try to create something. And it's a lie. Well, you know what happens to liars, right? And then they'll say, I'm covered in the blood of Jesus. But I thought it said in your Bible that that the punishment for the sin of lying is death. I'm really confused about that. I'm pretty sure. I think that the Jehovah's Witnesses, they go by the King James version of the Bible. And then like I said, I don't have anything against people that believe in religion whatsoever. But when you out of pocket, you out of pocket, and you need to get it together. I don't even have to throw my cards to know what's gonna happen to you. I don't even have to confirm nothing to know that the reason why you're in social media talking shit is because you're scared, and you should be scared. You should be very, very afraid. Because my protection is secured, yours is not. I can assure you of that. The way my spirit see a lot of these people is that they're just idiots jumping off of a bridge, falling down hard. Unevolved, sick, delusional. I mean, for example, for example, the Bible, God in the Bible is very forgiving of rape and sexual assault of women, right? Not my gods. My gods are not forgiving. They're not. Notice I said gods plural. Do I believe that the God of the Bible is the Almighty? No, I don't. Come on now. That's a story that somebody told. And, there's a lot of people that can be religious. There's a difference between a person that's religious that quotes the Bible all the time and somebody that has experience the miracles of Jesus. I've experienced the miracles of Jesus before. I've spoken about it. You know, there's a difference because, you're looking at somebody else's relationship with whatever that God was, and you need to be careful because my gods feel like you're worthless. And they're clearly more powerful than you because I'm not waking up every day. I don't wake up every day and I don't go to sleep at night thinking about you. I don't think about you every night. You go to bed thinking about me, wake up thinking about me, thinking about me, running around social media. When your God clearly is not powerful. I'm sorry, whatever it is that you're doing, it seems like it's it's not giving you a very good quality of life. And let's face it, laugh tracks and fake laughter and jokes, that you're just covering up your pain. Let's keep it real with that. I'm just saying. And I have no reason to be afraid to say that. Like, for what? Why would I? Why would I need to? You know I'm not a superstitious person. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like God is gonna strike me down, or I'm gonna get struck by lightning, because I said that. I don't have to. Excuse me. Oh goodness, I ate a lot for dinner and I'm about to go down there and probably get me some pasta salad because I got some good ass pasta salad down there in the fridge. I just don't understand it. And you can't just assume that somebody, just because somebody looks ethnic, see a lot of black people in America. Guess what? Peep this about a lot of American blacks too. They don't respect other American blacks, but they covet blacks from other countries, right? That's stupid because you don't know the origins and the roots of a person, really. You assume in your slave mindedness that everybody else, like for me, I don't like I love black people. I love Africa. I love African people, right? I love everybody, but you know what I'm saying? However, what was I going to say? I lost track of what the hell I was going to say. Because I really honestly don't give a fuck. Really honestly, y'all, when it comes to life, you supposed to be getting all you can out of life, enjoying life. And I don't give a fuck about none of this damn controversy or none of that shit. But I was gonna say that when it comes to black people in America, you can't just look at a person that looks at them and say, oh, they just black. They black. And you don't know what the fuck is connected to that person. You don't really know the roots of a person. They are assuming that, and then why, and then here's another thing. Have you ever thought about the fact that humans have been on this earth for billions of years? Surely a short time in history where black people or Africans were slaves in this country, is that really all of African people's story? That's like that's like a small chunk of time. I think that slavery went on for blacks in America for 400 years or somewhere in there. I'd have to look that up. Let me look that up real quick. Let me look that up real quick. How long did slavery last for black people? And then keep in mind that every race has went through slavery. Hell, white people have been slaves before. Shit. Hold on a minute. How long did slavery last for blacks in America? Okay. So slavery, hell, It's been more than only 246 years. Do you people know that human beings and black people and African people and white people existed on this planet for billions of years? So that's like a little small, little teensy weensy grain of salt of the history of some African black people. Why do you let it define your generations, even though you haven't even bothered? You too fucking lazy to even look and see if there's a history of slavery in your family. It's a lot of black people that in America were slave, and see that's the part of history we don't talk about, right? You can look at Marie Laveau's story and tell that, well, Marie Laveau was, she was biracial. And I think Marie Laveau's father was white and her mother was black, but she was still born free. She's a free black person, right? So there were people, and it's messed up because I think it's still like that, just like how we have now. There are some black people that are enslaved mentally. They are enslaved. And some of us that are not, right? Same thing back then, but it's something that I don't trip off of every day. It's not even a part of my daily consciousness. It's not. It has no power over me. And that's what they do. They allow it to. Am I lying about that? Like, you can say, "Oh, well, you're being insensitive." No, the fuck, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just telling the truth. That's the truth. That's a simple truth that every black person was not a slave. In fact, in fact, a lot of the Native American, and there were black people that owned slaves. You know, that's a part of the history that they don't talk about. I don't know why they don't talk about that aspect of it. But who the fuck cares about all the fucking details? The devil is in the details. The point is that we've been here all these years, and that's like a little small, tiny chunk of our fucking history. Why do you have to try to make every black person's life about that? And then they'll say, oh, well, the white man is doing that. Well, why would you let him? Why would you let him? So white people have power over you like that? Like, really? Even though we wrote the Constitution. And I feel that for the most part, white people and black people do coexist pretty well together. I don't think, I don't have it. I see white people all the time. Hey, how you doing? Hey, hello, how are you? Who the fuck wants to sit up here and deal with all that damn stress and shit and all this shit? Like, where are they doing this at? And why are you trying to make me a part of this shit? Why are you trying to make me? I don't want to be doing that. I don't. Yeah, no, no, thank you. Go on down the road. Keep walking. Keep walking down the road and go away. So I feel about that situation. It's not being insensitive. If a black person is discriminated against, I'm the first person to say, well, hey, that's wrong. But it seemed like to me that for me, from what I can see, even though I've had problems with a couple of white folks throughout the years, y'all know that. Okay. We're not even going to front about that. But, that's like not even that big of a deal to me. But from what I can see, is mainly black people that are crabs in a barrel that are constantly trying to drag everybody down. And for black people to make an assumption that it's just automatically easier for white people is some ignorant shit too. Like, I've always thought that was ignorant. And I've actually heard black vloggers on here, some of the ones with the biggest voices, who literally have gotten me stalked and harassed. All these that, they're in a group together. I wish that their whole group would just, like, you ain't got to die. Just either get off of my planet or disappear and don't exist because you're ignorant to me. Right? They'll say shit like that. They'll say that white mothers are better than black mothers, but yet you can go on the misery machine and look at a lot like I think that it's pretty safe to say that every race of people, like, ignorance can be bestowed upon any person of any fucking race. Like, it's so ignorant, which is just like insane. And I don't even want to talk about it. Like, I come on here and I enjoy content. One of my favorite vloggers is Josh and Mom. These people are pretty cool. They're white people. I don't sit up there and watch them and be thinking, oh, them is white people. I understand. But how are you going to ever have a full and happy life if you are always walking around with that paranoia, and then how can you actually say that you're powerful? You cannot say that you have any power when we have an entire fucking constitution that protects us as well as the whole universe. You're claiming that you got so much power, but yet somehow slavery and white people are somehow holding you back from fulfilling your life. I understand that there are some that racism still happens. I get that. I totally get that. But surely, if you were powerful, your ancestors would have already taught you a remedy for that. And it doesn't even have to be a violent remedy. It doesn't even have to be anything dark. You know what I'm saying? It can just be to where you decide, hey, I don't accept that in my reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to live stress free, and I just want to, just kind of live and enjoy life. Why do you invite that in? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. That's why I was saying and I don't want to get myself bent out of shape over that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very weird, really is. So, you know, and yeah, that's just what that is. Anyway, I'm going to say this to you, okay? Don't get mad at me for what my spirits do to you, because I'll never be mad at you for any of my experiences. First of all, I'm 100% knowing, because I don't lose sight of nothing. I never lose sight. We all know the origins of the harassment and stalking, and we all know that Jamila never invited that in. Now, I will come on here and intellectually destroy you. I will come on here and assert myself as a woman. But otherwise, I really don't care. And if you're a black person that feels like you have no power over your life, and you want to come on here and you want to project that to other black people, well, that's your delusion and your reality. You know what I mean? I personally feel like any black person or African American person that has lodged a campaign against a Native American or other black person is factually powerless, which is why they do things illegal like prank phone calls, harassment, lies. All of those things are either going to wind those people up dead or in jail. Simple. Is that something that was there something that wasn't clear about that? Was that something that wasn't clear? Because that, to me, it's very clear. I know that there's a lot of people on here that have very cloudy vision. I'm seeing it clear. And then also, to take it a lot of steps forward, I made sure to be covered under some serious protection because of the obsessive nature of people. So you better believe that when you go postal, you gonna do it to yourself and those close to you. You ain't gonna never come nowhere near me because, like I said, if you ever hear about any of those people in a bad way, it is simply because they probably was on their way to try to do something to hurt somebody. And you'll be stopped. You'll be stopped. I said that like 3 years ago because about 3 years ago I had like this it was like a vision that I saw to where one of those dudes in that group like decided to pop a few people or to murder a few people. Not me. Not me. None of them will ever come anywhere near anybody that I love or me. I know that with exact fact. It's called knowing, and it's called knowing where to go and what to do, and then being able to see clearly. Okay. But it was some shit getting ready to go down. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are not well. They're not well. But, that's just, what they was up to. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they was doing, you know. So I don't even know. All I know is that, get mental help before it's too late. They need to get some mental help before it's too late. Because I'm not going to do nothing but drive you crazier. And a lot of people, there's been a lot of people throughout the years, they'd be like, girl, I don't see how you deal with that. I don't deal with it. I don't let their energy touch me. Even when I had one of them sitting up playing in my face, he still couldn't touch me. Can't touch this. Okay, because it's gonna always be hammer time. It's gonna always be hammer time. Trust me. You try to think of some shit to drive me crazy or to destroy me. You're gonna be the one. You're gonna be the one. Trust me. I'm pretty much a solid person. I got too much earth in my chart, and then I'm a clarifier. You know what I'm saying? I can clarify some stuff. So and it's not a shock to me. When they pop up like popcorn, I mean, all of a sudden they're on the internet. You can't come in through my mirrors or my TV screens or anything. You're not going to do any shit like that. So when you pop up on the internet with some kind of dumbass, thing, what do you think, we're not prepared for you? What do you think? And do you think you're going to get away with it? Especially when it comes to these people trying to be creative and trying to assert their dominance to complete strangers on the internet. You're going to really wish that you never did that. You're literally, and they already are. That, trust me, they already are. Those people are going through fucking hell. I can promise you they're going through hell. Ain't nothing good coming for those people. You bought it on your damn self. You bought it on your damn self. You shouldn't have been stupid. You deserve everything that you get. I don't feel sorry for you. And I feel that whoever does feel sorry for you is stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's a stupid person. That's somebody that don't have much sense because I'm not gonna agree with you. Like some people just like you may be agreeing and you don't know what kind of contract you're agreeing to. You just go along with the get along, and you can end up dead. You just pop up dead one day early, just an early death, and you just done agree with some shit, and you just gonna go along with the get along. You don't know what you're agreeing to. You could be agreeing to be in somebody's sacrifice or scapegoat. That's stupid. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I just wanted to give that little footnote. about that. I may even take this down because I really don't, honestly, I don't like, oh my God. I just felt like coming on here and I like it when I can show and prove how much more intelligent than I am than some bullies. You dumb down and you stupid and you look ignorant as hell. And I don't have to look in my cards and say, what's their karma? I used to do those kind of readings. I'm not doing that anymore. I know you're getting your karma. I know you're miserable. I know you're sad. I know that things are not working out for you. What good is it going to do coming back here crying in social media about it? You should have made better decisions. You should have made better decisions to not think that you were just going to come on here and bully me of all people. Because I will destroy a bully. And anybody stalking me, and a stalker, if you stalking me malignantly, you lucky you woke up yesterday morning. Are you fucking kidding me? Stalkers can be dangerous. Stalkers can be isolating to people. You trying to make it seem like you come with a package with me and you don't. We a package deal. No. And then the nice Jehovah's Witness was trying to turn my family against me, trying to get work done on my family, and you'll be destroyed, you and everybody that you think you care about. Because if you really cared about your folks and your loved ones, if you really cared about your children, you would not be doing the things that you're doing. I can promise you with exact certainty that you will fail at every turn. And you need to be begging my spirits, and you need to be asking for God's forgiveness before it's too late. Because coming on here talking shit is not going to avoid when the ball drops on you. And it will. You can try to delay it. You can try to delay it all you want. But all of these stalkers on the internet deserve, oh my God, they deserve a lot. Really, a lot of them to me don't need to be on this earth. This world would be better off without these people because they're so evil and repulsive and repugnant, and they attack innocent little babies, and they'll come on here and say that they hate children, and they express and show hatred for little children. Yeah, we need to have you on the watchdog list. They need to the watchdog list where they track the sexual predators. They also need to have anybody that is predatorily stalking children on the internet. They need to have those people on the watch list. And they need to have regular visits with child protective services if they have children in their home. Because you should not have children in your home when you're online threatening children. You shouldn't have children in your home. To me, you're a danger to children. They need to make sure your children are not being abused if you actually come online to attack people's children on the internet and stalk people's children on the internet. Uh-huh. Okay. Anywho, that's pretty much what I wanted to say, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta get up early. Well, I ain't gonna get up early. Mm-hmm. All right, that's pretty much it. Keep you know, and I'm warning people. And then also these people want to, if you listen, if you fuck with anybody that I love, okay, let me put this, let me retract that. Hold on. Anybody that is attacking me or anyone or anything that I love, I just want you to die at this point. And really, to be honest with you, you're already dead to me. Like I said, when I lay down and go to sleep and wake up in the morning, my slate is clean. I don't even be thinking about people. But that's why stalkers call. That's why they call people, because they want people to think about them, you know. Do something even small like that. Try to make me think of you. Try to make me think about you. Hmm. Gap band early in the morning. Uh-huh. Try to make me think about you when I don't want to. Try to remind me of you when I don't want to be reminded of you. My suggestion is that you just let me forget you ever existed. That's a fact. And if you think you big and bad, well, you're not. Especially if you in a group attacking one person. You are all weak and spineless, and your egregore literally looks like a rat. Yeah, you know, you ain't got no big consciousness. You ain't got no big power. You ain't got nothing. You just look stupid. That's not for all of my viewers, you know. This channel really doesn't have all the views that it should. Any stalker, you're weak, okay? Just to give you, you're very weak and weak minded and stupid, in my opinion. You're a waste of life. You're a disrespect to God. You know, God gave you good grace of life, and look at how you throw it away because you're an idiot. So nobody values you. You're not valuable to anybody, not even yourself. You just throw your life away. Just stupid. Okay. All right, y'all. That's pretty much it. I'm sleepy. I'm going to sleep. Well, I ain't going straight to sleep. I always meditate. I clear my head and do my sage, and you know, I think I say my little, do my little blessings for my kids and grandkids and my loved ones, and I always think about my significant other before I go to sleep. That's why I always wake up thinking about him. And he pretty much is like 100% always on my mind. And that's normal. That's like normal, you know. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I gotta go. Hmm. Go to sleep, Stefan. Good night, baby. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.